there's an order here, and in the spirit realm, we have the fivefold ministry.
The five branches.
Branches. There you go.
Yes.
So you apostles, prophets, evangelists, pastors and teachers, and sometimes they put pastors and teachers together.
Right, but they are two separate
Absolutely.
things for a purpose.
Okay, Ephesians 4 and
11,
something like that. And these were the gifts themselves, or did Jesus come up?
Both.
And all right, come on, explain that.
Because the gift was given to the person, and the person itself was the actual gift as well. Just like the term gospel literally meant the person. Now the term gospel means the message that the person brings.
Whew, I see. Okay, all right. Then let's go to the principality or the evil command.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that we have now. Who's at the head of the helm?
Satan.
Now, before it was Satan, what did it all start? Was it Doc Lucifer? Was it Doc Lucifer?
Yeah, Doctor himself.
Okay, which derived from well, he was in heaven.
He was in heaven.
Okay, and he wanted to be like, or well, he wanted to be God.
He wanted to be above God.
I see.
He wanted to be like the Most High, but he wanted to arise above God.
Okay, all right, and then of course, God didn't like that, and so he sucked his boys on him.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and he kicked him out as well as
the third
of them.
Exit.
Okay.
Stage left.
Exit.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Out of here.
Yeah.
Gonzalo.
Yeah. What is Gonzalo?
Next. But can I say something?
Yes.
He used a specific ranking officer in heaven to put him out.
He sure did.
He didn't use Gabriel.
Okay.
Because Gabriel was a messenger.
Was it Doc Mike?
It may be Mike himself.
Because
they're warring and they're messengers,
Yeah, well, look at what Jude said. He said, likewise also filthy dreams defile the flesh, despise dominion, and speak evil of dignitaries. Yet Michael, the archangel, when contending with the devil, he disputed about the body of Moses. Durst not bring against him a railing accusation, but said, the Lord rebuke thee.
That was still his brother.
So the devil, he is the accuser of the brother.
That's why he has two names.
Yeah, what's
two
that?
main names. One is devil, Diablo, and the other one is Satan.
I see.
One is the accuser and one is the deceiver. So when he approaches you with either name, you know what he's coming to do by his name.
So that's why we started at the beginning by giving you the names and what they mean.
Correct. Because
depending on what the situation is, that will determine who he sends. Both God and the devil.
That's right.
Okay, because don't we have warring angels?
Yes, we do.
That are assigned?
They're assigned
to us.
That's right.
Okay. Now, Revelation says something about the testimonies. Okay.
Of the saints.
Well, it says that they overcame him
by the
word of the testimony and by the blood of the Lamb.
Blood of the Lamb.
Okay, because he is an accuser. And so through this testimony, we become overcomers. Through the testimony. Now, 1 Peter 3:18 says, for Christ has also once suffered for sins.
Yes.
The just for the unjust, that he might bring us to God, being put to death in the flesh, but quickened by the Spirit, by which also he went and preached unto the spirits in prison. Now, it used to be a time we thought these were people.
Right.
But when the God speaks of people, it uses souls.
Souls.
Okay.
Exactly.
So these are spirits in prison, which sometimes were disobedient. When once the long suffering of God waited on the days of Noah, while the ark was a preparing, wherein few that is 8 souls were saved.
See, we thought few was 3, but we found out few is 8.
Whoo! This is good stuff, y'all. If you just tuned in, you're getting a wonderful Bible study. This is Fireside Friday, and we turn off the phone line because we ain't got none yet. and we talk about this. Okay, so Lucifer fell.
Yes.
All right, and then
he got kicked out.
And he got kicked out. Okay, and then he failed to. Now here's the issue. Now,
okay,
Jesus gave a wonderful hint. He said something to the fact that I saw Satan fall like lightning. Okay, now he was prophesying when he said it.
Was he?
Yeah, I think he was.
Why you say that?
Because of what's the things that happen afterwards. Okay, because you have to understand his whole sermon after that. But let's go back for it to make sense. At the beginning, when Lucifer was kicked out of heaven, okay, and we heard his name. We heard his name once. I think in Ezekiel. I'm thinking in Isaiah. Okay, because he was over the music heaven. He had pipes in his body when he walked, and boy, it was bad.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, the music played when he stepped and when he walked. Okay, some of you musicians out there, y'all are like that. You want and you want to be just like the pastor or above him.
Above him.
So
that's how he got his position.
That's right. Okay, and then he was kicked out of heaven. Now we always say he was kicked out of heaven to earth.
Okay.
But how could that be? Because when Job came on the scene, it says that God was having a board meeting with the sons of God. Now, the sons of God is sometimes referred to the angels,
correct,
and sometimes referred to the Jews,
and sometimes referred to Seth, lion of children.
All right, okay, yeah, that's true. All right, so then it says, but that fool, the devil, Satan, was there too. So if he got kicked out of heaven. Okay, now he's back talking with God and the sons of God, and then God asked him the question, "Where'd you tell?"
Where did he say he came from?
Where did he say he came from?
I'm asking you.
He says he was somewhere causing havoc, going to and fro, seeing who can devour. Okay,
that's two different scriptures. He was coming from somewhere.
Yeah, he was coming from earth.
Now
so
he got
okay. Now here's the question.
Yes, go ahead.
Was he coming from earth?
Or was the earth coming from him?
Or was his representatives in earth and they were reporting to him? Now you got it. Now you got to see this, because if Satan have all this control on the earth, okay, then we would be in a worse shape than we are. Yeah. Unless something is holding him from doing it. So you have to dig deeper into that. How was it that he could be on the earth and not wreak the havoc that he can wreak if he wanted to?
Because, see, though he had the power of the earth, because first of all, remember in the day of temptation of Jesus Christ, Satan or the devil, because we've already, you brought it up previously, not here, that the word demon is not in the Bible.
Right, it's not in King James.
Not in the King James.
Right.
So when Satan came to tempt Jesus, one of the temptations he said for him to do was to worship him, and he would give him all of this earth.
Right.
He said, "For it is mine."
Right.
And the power thereof, and I'm free to give it to whoever I choose to give it to.
Who's this talking?
This is the devil talking to Jesus.
Right.
So the question is, he said that this was his power because it was given to him. Talking about the earth. And he was right. It was given to him by man, by Adam. Adam sold the earth or the power to the devil.
Right. I agree.
So at this time, it appears that when Adam and Eve was created upon the face of the earth, that Satan or his wimps or him was already on earth.
Yes, that's true.
But later, in John, I think it is 12:31, Jesus said, "Now is the judgment of this world. Now shall the prince of this world be cast out." Which means, to my understanding, from this place here, earth. Because in Luke 9 and Luke 10, Jesus gives the power back to man, the power of the earth.
Okay.
Then in Ephesians 2:2, he says, wherein in time past you walked according to the course of this world, according to the prince, notice, the prince of the power of the air. So at first he was the man on earth. Now it appears his domain is no more on earth, but he's the prince of the power of the air.
Presently, you're talking about.
Presently.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Now, I can't disagree and argue with you too much on that.
Right.
I know I said too much.
That's unusual. Go ahead.
Okay, that is unusual. Now, something happened to Apostle Paul.
Yes.
He was unconscious.
Yes.
I think they stoned him. He just didn't die. I think he was just unconscious that way. Okay.
Probably right.
Yeah. And then he was in a trance, and he was in the third heaven.
Yes.
All right. And that's where Satan buffeted him.
Now, speaking of trance, the Greek word for it is ecstasy.
Yeah.
Out of body experience.
Absolutely.
Which we have a drug.
Yeah, that's true.
That's called ecstasy.
That's right.
And it causes the person to have.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
So yes, he was in the third heavens.
Well, it's the same word for what is it? Not witchcraft. The other one we starts with S.
Soothsaying?
Not soothsaying. It's in Revelation it talked about all these people who will not enter the kingdom of heaven, and it used sorcery.
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 Gotcha. Okay.
Sorcery, transliterated as the word pharmacia.
Gotcha.
Which where we get the word
pharmaceutical.
Which where they sell
drugs.
Okay, now although it's prescription, it's still drug. Okay, right. And so these words that are what they are now, and that's why it's important to read the Bible in a transliterated way, because read it in the Greek and in the Hebrew,
right?
Because that's the original language.
That's the original language, and the King James is a translation.
That's right.
Of the original language.
That's true. That's true. But I had flipped a page in 12 in Revelation 12:1. It says here, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with sun and the moon, and under her feet upon her head. And it goes on with this woman, and people are trying to figure out who this woman was. I will tell you who that woman is later.
Thank you, because I need to know.
Yeah, but in verse 7 it says, and there was war in heaven. Michael and the angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought and his angels. Okay, it seemed like it happened again. Now, I think that cell phone noise you hearing. That's somebody's cell phone. You know, if you're an AT&T person, that's probably what it is, because you know y'all cheap with AT&T. I'm a Verizon man.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Our engineer, I think CC, I think she AT&T. That's why she's.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
Why she's,
yeah, she looked like AT&T. She looked like she's from Cricket.
Cricket. You did not say Cricket.
AT&T own them now.
Yeah, they do?
Yes.
Okay. Not sure how we got on that subject.
So you're safe.
Yeah, you're all right. You're all right. But if you want to repent, go to Boost Mobile.
Where you at?
Right. What's in your wallet? Okay. So then it says there was a war in heaven. It seemed like it happened again. Okay, or is this going back to what? See, that's what I'm saying. When Jesus said he saw Satan fall, I think this is where he saw it.
Exactly.
It says, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and kingdom of our God and the power of the Christ. And it goes on and on. Then it says, and then they overcame him by blood of the Lamb. Now this is what's to come. Okay, this is what's to come. So now watch this. Okay, we gave a military pecking order.
True.
In the natural.
Right.
Okay. Now in the spiritual. Satan have his, okay, and we got about 1.5 minutes before we go to the break. All right, now I'm gonna call some of these out, and you just say because you recognize them. They may be in your car. Okay, Abaddon, accuser, adversary, Antichrist, author of all sin, awful monster. Now these are terms that are in the scripture.
Right.
Beelzebub. Okay. Chief of the demons, deceiver, demon, destroyer, devourer, dragon, evil one, evil spirit, fallen angel,
yes,
father of lies,
yes,
father of contention,
yep,
founder of murder. Founder of murder, great Antichrist, great dragon,
yep,
Lucifer,
yep,
Mammon,
yep,
old serpent,
yep,
perdition,
yep,
Prince of darkness.
Yep.
Prince of devils. Prince of the power of the air. Prince of this world.
Yep.
Serpent.
Yep.
Slander. Son of perdition. Son of the morning. Spoiler. Tempter.
Yes.
Wicked one.
Yes.
Rodney Jones.
Close. His brother Rodney. His brother Walter.
Yeah, now son of the morning, sometimes we refer that to